Hey church family, this may be the most important video we've ever sent. As you know, the coronavirus pandemic has presented a new challenge for the American church. However, I'm reminded that the building is not the church. We, the people of God, are the church, and we exist for those who are not here yet. While this virus may prevent us from meeting in person during the next several weeks, it cannot keep us from carrying out the Great Commission. Our mission at City Hope remains the same, and that is to help people know God, find freedom, discover His purpose, and make a difference. I firmly believe that this can happen now more than ever before. During this new season, we've decided that it's best for us to pivot to a different approach so that we can make the most impact here in Wichita Falls. We desire to keep things simple during this time, so we can remain focused on fulfilling the mission and vision that God has given us. So here's how I envision this new season looking. First, we're going to focus on outreach. Here's what I mean by that. We're going to find a need and fill it, find a hurt and heal it. Now, it may take some time before we see the full economic effect of the coronavirus here in Wichita Falls, but we choose right now to be ready to help where we can. This is the moment that we were born for. This is the moment for the church to be the hands and feet of Jesus. I love what Paul said in Galatians 2, verse 3. He says, "Don't be selfish. Don't try to impress others. Be humble, thinking of others as better than yourselves. Don't look out only for your own interests, but take an interest in others too." So we're looking to meet the spiritual and physical needs of hurting people right here in our community. We're committed to serving the least of these that Jesus talked about in Matthew 25. Secondly, the second thing that we can do that we're going to focus on as a church over the foreseeable future is community. Community. Now, here's what I mean by that. We may be socially distanced from each other, but we can remain spiritually connected. One of the core values of our church is small groups. From the very beginning, we've said that we are a church of small groups, not a church with groups, but a church of groups. It's woven into our DNA. The author of Hebrews said in chapter 10, verse 25, he says, "Let us not neglect our meeting together, as some people do, but encourage one another, especially now that the day of His return is drawing near." So here's my encouragement for us. I'm encouraging you, every small group, to continue to meet together online and to continue to support each other. And if your group is small enough for an in-person gathering, go for it. See, you can continue to find community, care, prayer, fellowship in this digital age by using some incredible tools. There's Google Hangouts, GroupMe, FaceTime, Marco Polo. There's so many other ways that you can stay connected in the middle of this pandemic. So let's be the church and let's continue to support one another like a family. It's going to have to be online though, all right? Now, the third thing we can do, the third thing we're going to focus on in the middle of this pandemic is weekend services. Weekend services, and here's what I mean by that. The church has left the building. We're not meeting in person right now. While we love to be able to worship with you in person, we believe it's best to move to an online worship experience during this pandemic. We will be live streaming the services every Sunday at 10 a.m. And there's really something that kind of gets me excited about church online, and that is the fact that we have the opportunity as a church to reach more people than ever before. God's given us a great responsibility to give people Jesus. So let's do everything we can to plunder hell, to populate heaven. Because here's the deal. I believe the gates of hell cannot prevail against the church. The church is going to be stronger when all of this is said and done. But right now, we can't forget about the people who don't know Jesus. We're the church, and we're here for them. So here's what I need from you. I need you to go all in. I need you to give it everything you've got. I know church over the next several weeks may look different, and it's not a vacation. I need you to go all in. You have a unique opportunity to go all in during this pandemic. As the church, we choose faith over fear, sacrifice over selfishness, and shining our light rather than hiding it. So here's 3 ways I want to give you that you can go all in. The first one is this: pray. I'm telling you, we need the power and presence of God like never before. Pray for a complete eradication of this virus. Pray for our president and government officials. Pray for the economy. Pray for protection in our own family and our friends. Pray for medical breakthrough and cures. Pray bold prayers, because bold prayers honor God and God honors bold prayers. Secondly, you can serve. You can go all in by serving. Now that might look a little bit different, but you can still serve by being a greeter in our online worship community, praying over the prayer needs in those online experiences. You can write thank you cards and guest cards. You can lead a digital small group community. You can serve through our local outreaches. And you can ask your team leader, what other ways can I serve? How can I use my gifts and passions in the local church? There's a way for you to serve. And then the third thing that you can do to just go all in is to give. And here's what I mean by that. I love that we are a generous church. We always have been, and we always will be. But you can probably imagine that not meeting for the foreseeable future will have an impact on how we can reach out to people. So we remain committed as a church to making a difference. We want to make a difference in this city, and that happens because of your generosity. So as always, we've never asked you for anything, and we won't start now, but we will unapologetically ask you to ask God what you should do, and then obey Him as an act of worship and obedience. So you can still give during this pandemic. You can go online to cityhopefamily.com/give. You can set up recurring giving there by credit card or debit card or ACH. You can give online, and every dollar you give is going to be used to make a difference in the kingdom of God right here in Wichita Falls, and through our missions programs and our partners. God's going to use it in a powerful way. So thank you for being generous. Thank you for taking a moment to watch this. That's where we're going over the next several weeks, over the foreseeable future. This is our path forward. This is where we're headed. So thank you for watching, and I can't wait to see you this Sunday online.